One is that part of what we're up to in our ongoing human development and evolution of each of our journeys is there's this sense of how do we transcend and include. And one of the ways to think of this is like when, as children or babies, we went from rolling over. One point, there was a point for all of us when we couldn't roll over yet, or we couldn't sit up, or we couldn't crawl, we couldn't walk. Like we had these threshold moments where we had certain of things available, and then there were certain things that weren't available yet. And the sense of transcend and include means that I can be with my tension of when I can't roll over. I really want to roll over, but I can't. It's kind of a tense thing in a way. There's a lot of will and drive in that. And then there's a point at which I can roll over. I can easily roll over. And I don't lose that again, unless there's been an injury or something. So it's now something like I can roll over whenever I want to. It's no longer my leading edge of movement. I have included it. It's now within my repertoire of things I can do physically, and I'm doing other things. So I haven't left it behind. It's not over. It's still something I do. I roll over, or I can crawl. I don't lose the ability to crawl, but at one point I did. So there's the sense that what I was witnessing or noticing on today, with practice, tomorrow it becomes something I can witness and include. It's within my repertoire. And then that day, there's probably another thing I'm witnessing that's sort of the edge of my conscious universe. Where's my capacity? And then I practice, and then the next day that becomes something within my capacity. So this is the idea of transcend and include. And befriending, appreciating our challenges as a doorway to love and development and possibility and blooming into a future. And also noticing like where there feels like a possibility that we don't bloom into. Maybe there's trauma there. Maybe it's our personal trauma, or there's kind of a block. Maybe it's something in our family lineage. Maybe it's in the culture. Yeah. And the practices in a way are the same. How do we meet that uncomfortable thing that is very hard to presence? And how do we somehow like develop our resonance bodies of our own selves and with each other so that we can start to bring that in and witness it and face and relate, and then it can become something that we're no longer blocked from relating with. We can transcend and include. So this is a big part of what we're up to, and this takes our whole selves. So we can't just transcend and include with our minds. We can't just transcend and include with our emotions or with our bodies. Like it takes a whole being, and it takes resource, right? Because it's uncomfortable too. But that's part of the nature of the practices.